This video is for Group B. You're going to be doing research in the art library next week, and the topic is going to be the painting you see in front of you. This is titled Portrait of Adele Bloch-Bauer. It was painted by Gustav Klimt, and it's a very famous painting mainly because it was looted by the Nazis in World War II from a Jewish family. So there's a lot of interesting background about this painting, and you're going to be assigned to review some books about this topic, and I'm going to show you a little behind the scenes of how I'm choosing the books that you'll be using. So if you haven't been to the Art Library's website, I highly recommend that you bookmark this. The address is louisville.edu/library/art. And really here is the best place to start when you're doing research on art, design, or architecture. And right here in this find box, this is the way that you can find the different articles, DVDs, books, magazines, journals that our library has. So when you type in the title of the painting and you press go, it's really going to be looking specifically at what we have in the art library and not necessarily in any of the other U of L libraries. So that's the advantage of starting here. All right, so here's my search results. And on the left here, if I wanted to kind of review what I got back and narrow it down any further, I could do that. But I actually see that I got 6 books, and they actually look all pretty interesting. So The Extraordinary Tale of Gustav Klimt's Masterpieces, that's a great title. And if I want to know a little bit more about it, I can click on the description. It'll tell you the contents down here. These are actually all of the titles of the chapters in the books. It also tells you it has illustrations. It's published in English, which is really important because we have a lot of books in foreign languages. And then here are the subjects that these books are about. This book is about. So if you wanted to look at all other books about portraits, you click that link. Oh, nice. And there's a summary here. So I already know a lot about this book before I even take the time to go get it in my library. Now, on the subject of getting it off of the shelf, what you want to do is scroll all the way down to this green bar. So at University of Louisville, it's here in the art library. It's not in Ekstrom or the law library. We also see that it's shelved by the call number. So you would want to write down this entire call number if you wanted to find this book. And then last but not least, you need to make sure that it is available, meaning not already checked out by someone from the library. So you can click through and do the same thing by looking at the description of these different books and then finding out whether it's on the shelf so you can get it. So that in a nutshell is how I'm finding the books that you're going to be looking at. And you don't need to do anything right now before you come to the library besides watch the other video about authority. When you come to the library, you're going to be looking at these books, thinking about bias of the authors, whether you can find any evidence that the books are presenting, if they're providing kind of outside documentation about what they're stating. You're also looking at the date and whether that impacts whether it's a good source or not. And last but not least, you're going to be considering the platform, which is really another way of saying the publisher in the case of books. So I look forward to seeing you next week.